Nana, Anna Shrina, Rafina La, Anna Elna, Anna Elna, Anna Elna, Rafana La, Anna Shrina, Anna Shrinana, Anna Shrina, Rafina La. She revealing divine healing, body, spirit, may we be whole. We healing through divine revealing, spirit, body, may she be whole. Anna Elna, Anna Elna, Anna Elna, Rafana La. Anna Shrina, Anna Shrinana, Anna Shrina, Rafina La. Anna Elna, Anna Elna, Anna Elna, Rafana La. Anna Shrina, Anna Shrinana, Anna Shrina, Rafina La. Anna Elna, Anna Elna, Anna Elna, Rafana La. Anna Shrina, Anna Shrinana, Anna Shrina, Rafina La. She revealing divine healing, body, spirit, may we be whole. We healing through divine revealing, spirit, body, may she be whole. Anna Elna, Anna Elna, Anna Elna, Rafana La. Anna Shrina, Anna Shrinana, Anna Shrina, Rafina La. Anna Elna, Anna Elna, Anna Elna, Rafana La. Anna Shrina, Anna Shrinana, Anna Shrina, Rafina La. Anna Elna, Anna Elna, Anna Elna, Rafana La. Anna Shrina, Anna Shrinana, Anna Shrina, Rafina La. She revealing divine healing, body, spirit, may we be whole. We healing through divine revealing, spirit, body, may she be whole. Anna Elna, Anna Elna, Anna Elna, Rafana La. Anna Shrina, Anna Shrinana, Anna Shrina, Rafina La. Anna Elna, Anna El.
Chodesh Tov, and welcome to OneShul, everyone. I'm Kohenet Ketzirah, and I'm so pleased to be back here with you again tonight. Trying to get the glare out of my glasses. It is Rosh Chodesh Sivan, which means that quite shortly it will be Shavuot, and so much beginning here, so much happening. It's very exciting. But tonight we are here to come together as a community, to welcome in the new month, give thanks for the month that is coming to an end, and ask for strength in the month to come. And as always, opening ourselves up to blessings of divine energy. I've posted the link to tonight's Siddur in your chat room. And definitely want to say that that was Holy Taya singing us in with her version of Ana Elna, the healing song. So I think in our chat room tonight, we mostly have people who have done this many times, but for those of you who may be joining us for the first time, either live or later on in the replay, which is always such a fun and interesting and strange part of the OneShul experience to be thinking about. We begin our service each month by singing ourselves into the space with our Barhu. We then move into expressions of gratitude in the month that is coming to an end. We move into prayers for strength in the month that is beginning. We talk for a moment or two about this month that is beginning. And then we go into a chant chosen specifically to represent the month that is beginning, to open ourselves up to divine blessing. So let me ask everyone in the chat room to make sure they introduce themselves to each other. I think I've been forgetting to say this recently, so please tell us who you are and where in the world you are. And I want to invite you in the chat room into something, I don't think we've done this for a while. So I want to invite you also, along with your name and where you are, give us a one-word check-in about how you are. So you don't have to share your life story. You don't have to tell personal details that, you might be worried about sharing on the internet, but just give us a one word of how are you? Where are you in time and space and your life right now? And as you're thinking about that, let's just take a moment to get grounded here and now in this time, in this space. And I want to invite you to actually put your feet flat on the floor. Make sure your seat is firmly on your seat and place your hands on your keyboard. I know we talk about this all the time, how chashmal, the modern Hebrew word for electricity, is pulled from an ancient mystical world, meaning the ether, the connective unknown between us all. It might even be dark matter, that ethereal stuff that is the presence of holiness in the world, that fifth element. So let's, with our feet on the floor and grounded and ourselves firmly in our seats and our posture as upright as we can get it, let's place our hands on the keyboard. Take 3 deep breaths in and out. And if you remember that spiral breath up and then counterclockwise out of your body on the way down. One more breath. We place our hands on the keyboard to connect ourselves across time and space and geography and to tap into the holiness that is the electricity, that is in the electricity that connects us across time and space. So let me just ask everyone, so introduce yourselves. And as you introduce yourselves, we're going to move into our Barhu. So I'm asking everyone, what name would you like to be sung into our space as tonight? And this can be your English name, it can be your Hebrew name, it can be a name that simply is resonating for you tonight, or a word that is describing where you are, and you want to have that energy put out there. So I'll start singing our Baruch, and I want to invite you to visualize yourself, imagine yourself standing on a brick pathway, a narrow brick pathway. And it's got a little bit of a curve to it. There's trees and bushes on one side of you, and there's a little hedgerow on the other side of boxwood and a low brick wall. And at the front of the pathway, there's an arbor. And you're lining up at the arbor, and on the other side of that gateway, you can see me looking back at you. And as I'm looking back at you, I'm standing, waiting by a fire to welcome you across the gateway. And on your left, there is a bowl of beautiful scented water, and I'm going to let you decide what that scent is tonight, but it's beautifully scented water, using only the freshest herbs and essential oils to cleanse yourself and anoint yourself as you pass through the gateway. And as you look up to the sky, the darkening sky, you can see a sliver of that crescent moon that tells us that it's Rosh Chodesh up in the sky. And I'll begin singing you in, and as you are sung in and you visualize yourself entering this sacred space, when you enter, you'll join with me and turn and sing the next person in. I'm going to sing you all in tonight with your words, I think, if that's okay with you. I'm loving the words. So, and your sacred names tonight, and if you really want to have a different name as your name you're being sung in as, let me know in the next moment or two as we begin singing ourselves in. Baruch, dear one, Shekhinah, holy name. When I call on the light of my soul, I come home. Baruch Hu, dear one, Shekhinah, holy name. When I call on the light of my soul, I come home. Baruch Hu, dear one, Shekhinah, holy name. When I call on the light of my soul, I come home. Baruch Hu, dear one, Krista, she who is reconnecting. You have called on the light of your soul. Welcome home. Baruch Hu, dear one, Aluma, grateful one. You have called on the light of your soul. Welcome home. Baruch Hu, dear one, Alice, who is becoming. You have called on the light of your soul. Welcome home. Baruch Hu, dear one, Kaylin, stressed but hopeful. You have called on the light of your soul. Welcome home. And all together at the third verse 3 times. Baruch Hu, dear one, Shekhinah, holy name. We have called on the light of our souls. We've come home. Baruch Hu, dear one, Shekhinah, holy name. We have called on the light of our souls. We've come home. Baruch Hu, dear one, Shekhinah, holy name. We have called on the light of our souls. We've come home. And one more time for Krista, who keeps disconnecting. Let's help connect her in. Baruch Hu, dear one, Krista, who is reconnecting. You have called on the light of your soul. Welcome home. And one more time, the last verse. Baruch Hu, dear one, Shekhinah, holy name. We have called on the light of our souls. We've come home. And Krista, who is reconnecting and disconnecting and reconnecting. I hope you heard that last one for you. And so we are here in this space between space and time, our temporal temple, our cyber mishkan. We move to expressions of gratitude. We ground ourselves in the place, in the practice of gratitude. It's not that we are grateful for everything. There are many terrible things that we are not grateful for. But in each moment, we can make it a practice to be grateful. So you are not grateful for illness, but you can make it a practice of gratitude for each moment you have of your body desperately trying to recover and get you well, and for the miracle that is our bodies and how hard our bodies fight to be healthy. If we are here tonight, we have internet access, which, as I've said many times, hopefully means you have enough money to keep a roof over your head and a safe place to sleep, and enough food to nourish you, and loved ones to support you. And so we'll sing Moda Ani, which is from the morning prayer service, but is still the best expression of gratitude I know in a Jewish form. And I'll ask you all to share in the chat room what it is you are grateful for. Moda ani lefanayich, Moda ani lefanayich, Ruach Chai v'kayemet. Moda ani lefanecha, Moda ani lefanecha, Ruach Chai v'kayam. Oh, I am grateful. Oh, I am grateful in the face of the one, in the face of the one. Moda ani lefanayich, Moda ani lefanayich, Ruach Chai v'kayemet. Moda ani lefanecha, Moda ani lefanecha, Ruach Chai v'kayam. Oh, we are grateful. Oh, we are grateful for community and opportunity. Moda ani lefanayich, Moda ani lefanayich, Ruach Chai v'kayemet. Moda ani lefanecha, Moda ani lefanecha, Ruach Chai v'kayam. Oh, we are grateful. Oh, we are grateful for friends who tell others about OneShul and our community. English one more time. Oh, we are grateful. Oh, we are grateful for Krista's returning to hell, and inner and outer travels revealing light and shadow. Moda ani lefanayich, Moda ani lefanayich, Ruach Chai v'kayemet. Moda ani lefanecha, Moda ani lefanecha, Ruach Chai v'kayam. Oh, we are grateful. Oh, we are grateful in the face of the one, in the face of the one. Oh, I am grateful. Oh, I am grateful in the face of the one, in the face of the one. so many things we are grateful for. I am so grateful for my beautiful partner, my husband of many years. The fact that we are celebrating 20 years together this year and our 16th wedding anniversary blows my mind on a daily basis. I am continually, evolvingly, and renewingly grateful for him and his presence and our partnership, our marriage, and all it brings to my life. I am so grateful for my Kohenet sisterin, new and of many years now. Another anniversary I've become very aware of just this month is that in August of this year, it will be the 10th anniversary of my beginning of my journey with Kohenet. And so 10 years of sisterhood with the women of my cohort, the good, the bad, the sublime, the sacred, the silly, and at times the terrible, but overall 10 years of incredible sisterhood that I still would not trade any of them, even though they drive some of you, not Deb, drive me completely crazy. I am grateful for reasonably continued good health. I am so grateful for this OneShul community and the growth that has been happening within the community and the growth I see moving forward with this community. So amazing to me. And Krista, I am so grateful that you have had the courage to share your journey of healing with us so many times, and so grateful that you are continuing to heal in so many ways, and that you are able to be here with us so often. And I love, many of you don't know, Krista will email me, she'll be on her mobile attending the service, and she can't be on the chat room. So I am so grateful that we are not only able to be here for you, but that you are able to be here for and with us, and it is amazing. So we move from so many expressions of gratitude. I'll say one more. I'm so grateful to be employed again with an actual paycheck again. It was beautiful to have some time off, but having an actual paycheck is a lovely thing in my life. And I've become aware, and actually Deb and I were talking this afternoon, I've become aware of the fact that many of our sages, our ancient sages, they had jobs. They weren't just professional holy men and holy women. They had jobs. They were shoemakers. The Kabbalists of Safat, many of them were, of Safed, I don't know why I said Safat, of Safed they were shoemakers. So for all of us who are rocking the day job and finding ways to make our work in the world both spiritual in all moments, but also in ways that pay our bills, don't find, like live that up, love that up. So never worry about it. You got to pay your bills, and as long as you're bringing your whole self into every moment and not leaving your soul at home, that's what matters. How we earn our living and the things that light our souls aren't always exactly the same thing. And my job is part of what affords me the ability to do all of this for OneShul. I don't have to worry about this being my income, although, that would be bad. But let's move into our prayers for strength. And for our prayers for strength in the month that is opening, we use the ancient song Mi Chamocha, set to a modern tune by our dear friend Holy Taya. And we think about all it is that we know we need some help in the month that is coming. And we share that with the community here. And we all have our own way of thinking of what the Holy One is, how the Holy One works, how holiness works. And one of the ways that I understand that is woven cloth, is weaving. And what we're doing sometimes when we say that specific prayer is we're pulling on a specific thread. We can't always assume just because in theory the Holy One is omnipotent and omnipresent doesn't mean that we're the one being keyed into at all times, or that what's happening to us has anything to do with us sometimes. So sometimes we need to put it out there, what it is we need help with, where do we need strength. One, so we can name it for ourselves, so we can claim that space, so others can lend their strength to us, and also so the heavenly hosts maybe can hear it one more time that we need a little help and send at least emotional strength our way, if not a more direct resolution, or maybe literally put that life raft in front of us and then we're smart enough to take it. So let us move to Micha Mocha on page 4 of your Siddur. And I am going to turn the singing over to Miss Holy Taya, as I so often do. Yai dai 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 dai. Yai dai 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 dai. And Alice, your need for strength in this month that is beginning reminded me of one of my favorite bits of poetry and prayer, although from a secular source. All that you touch, you change. All that you change, changes you. The only lasting truth is change. God is change. From the Books of the Living by Octavia Butler, the prayer book within the book of two of her books that she's written. So we move now from our place of finding strength to taking a moment to think about, to meditate on the month of Sivan and what this month is about. And I'm going to put an image up on your screen in just a moment as a visual to think about the month of Sivan and its place in our wheel, our journey of the year. So we see in front of us the images from the transparent tarot that I've used in the past as a way to visualize the experience of the year. The tarot itself is not Jewish, but is deeply connected to evolutions of Kabbalah. And so we have a card that represents each month. And from left to right, you have the month that we are exiting, Iyar, to Sivan in the middle, and then Tammuz. Oh, Lord, I just lost. That's so funny. I just forgot the next month. Oh, good times. So in the middle is Sivan. Having a complete brain fart here. Yes, Tammuz. I was right. Okay. And you see the tree. You see the growth in the tree of life in Iyar. And in the center we have Sivan, the heart. It is the lover's card. And on the far right with Tammuz, you see the chariot, the moment of decision and moving. And Sivan is the month of Shvuot. It is the end of the counting of the Omer. It is the harvest of the barley, the big harvest of the barley and the wheat. And it is the revelation at Sinai. And it is the moment of claiming our relationship with the Holy One. And at Sinai, we're taught that, and it is in the Torah, that each of us heard the voice of God in our own way. We heard our own message until we couldn't take it anymore and we begged for an intermediary. And can't even imagine the intensity of that moment, that experience from my own mystical experiences, the intensity of that pure voice coming through. And so this is the moment of relationship. Sivan is a moment of defining ourselves in relationship to ourselves, to our community, and to the Holy One. And so we have this idea of balance and this idea of being in right relationship in Sivan and receiving deep, true, and pure love in this month. And I want to share what Aluma is sharing in the chat room now because it's beautiful. So that Sivan begins with the letter Samech, and it is perfect for Shvuot. Finding your clear center, the shining jewel that leads to the potential of birthing blessings and drawing them down deeply into Malchut, into the manifest world. That is beautiful, Aluma. Oof, love that. And so we move into that space, that deep love, and our chant for opening for blessings is by intent, Ahavarava, the great love prayer. And we have a great prayer of love in the morning, which is Ahavarava, and we have a different version usually at night. But this one, I love this song, this version of it, so I want to use this. So we're using Ahavarava. And take a moment to think about, and not even think, but sing and chant and be and open your heart, and maybe even take a moment and place your hand over your heart. Take a couple of breaths. See if you have any tension there. And if you are someone who feels energy, then take a moment and scan your body and see if everything's flowing cleanly through. And if that is a totally strange statement to you, then take a moment to imagine that just like blood is flowing through your veins, just like there is spinal fluid flowing up and down your spinal column in your body, you know we technically, physically have electrical impulses in our body. So just take a moment to imagine a flow of clean energy that flows through your body from just above your head all the way. You can go shoulder to shoulder and hip to hip and down your heart and out down your feet. Maybe you work with chakras, or maybe you work with the Kabbalistic tree of life map to your body. Whichever it is, but take a moment and see what it feels like in your heart right now. What does that space feel like? And if it's tense, don't stress. Just take it in as information. It's all information. And let's move into our Havarava from that place of heart-centered knowing. Havarava, Ahavtanu Adonai Eloheinu, with an abounding love, Havarava. Ahavtanu Adonai Eloheinu, with an astounding love, oh, we shall lift each other up. As you have lifted us, God, oh, we shall lift each other up. Avarava, Ahavtanu Adonai Eloheinu, with an abounding love, Avarava.
Ana el Refanala.
Ahavtanu Adonai.
Ana Shchina, Ana Shchina.
Sorry, clicking on the wrong button. Hold on, we're gonna let Holy Taya sing this so I stop clicking on the wrong thing, shall we? Hold on, let's try that again.
Na na, Ana. Ahavarava, Ahavtanu Adonai Eloheinu, with an abounding love, Ahavarava, Ahavtanu Adonai Eloheinu, with an astounding love, oh, we shall lift each other up. As you have lifted us, God, oh, we shall lift each other up. Shall lift each other up, as you have lifted us, God, oh, we shall lift each other up.
One more time, shall we? Avarava, Ahavtanu Adonai Eloheinu, with an abounding love, Avarava, Ahavtanu Adonai Eloheinu, with an astounding love, oh, we shall lift each other up. As you have lifted us, God, oh, we shall lift each other up. Avarava, Ahavtanu Adonai Eloheinu, with an astounding love, Avarava, Ahavtanu Adonai Eloheinu. With an abounding love, oh, we shall lift each other up. As you have lifted us, God, as we shall lift each other up. So we come towards the end of our Rosh Chodesh service tonight. I want to share with you some of what's upcoming at OneShul in case you don't know. So our next service together is very, very soon. We have a lot happening this month. So we have very, very soon, now I need the actual schedule. We have, there we go, there's the calendar, so I'm looking at the right thing. All right, our next service is Friday, June 10th, 2016 at 8 p.m. It is a Shabbat service. It is leading into Shavuot. We are not doing full Shavuot services this year. Maybe next year we will do an Erev service teaching in the Shavuot, but this year our big Shavuot event, Shavuot, is our Shavuot Seder on Sunday, June 12th. It is at an earlier time. It is at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Those of you in the middle, I'll let you figure out your time zone on that. If you look, you will see on the website or on Facebook that it is the Siddur has been, the Haggadah has been posted. You might want to look through it. It is the Shavuot Seder of the 7 prophetesses. We will be studying and learning and singing and listening to stories of 7 of the great prophetesses of Jewish tradition. You will, yes, be listening to me, but also, like we did at Passover, we will be having many other voices coming through again. I'm very excited to see what comes through on that. The videos are starting to come in. 2 of your people tonight, both Deb and Aluma, will be most likely providing contributions. We have so many people sending contributions in. I'm very excited. Some are the same from Pesach and a few new ones this time as well. So very excited about that. And one of the things that I welcome you and invite you into is finding a dairy or dairy-like, if you don't do dairy, for each a food or food item for each of the prophetesses. That is part of how this Haggadah works, is we do dairy, since Shavuot is related to dairy. So again, nut milks, things like that, fine, do what you gotta do. No worries there. So, and yes, I definitely thank you, Krista. Yeah, so Tayama, Holy Taya, is teaching an amazing class on ancestral healing starting in a couple of weeks. It's an online class. It's 3 weeks. We'll post that over at OneShul too. She's such a good friend and pops in occasionally, and she'll be contributing to our Shavuot Seder as well. I'm going to be taking that class too. I was very interested to see what that one is all about. And a couple other things to let you know about coming up with OneShul. So first off, we are going to be refining our vision and mission statement. We are in the process of that, and we're going to be launching that very soon. So be on the lookout for that. If you are a long-time member or community member and you're really kind of curious, whoa, where are we going? Feel free to reach out to me. You know how to get me. So I'm happy to share with you that vision and hear what you have to say about it. I'm also crazy, unbelievably excited. I'm so excited about Challah Club. It is shaping up. It is happening. I'm so excited. If you are interested, definitely take a look at what's going on there and sign up so you can be part of the first wave of people who are a part of that. And yes, wait, Krista, I see you asking a question in the chat room. I'm not sure if you said for OneShul, and I'm not sure what that's relating to. So yes, oh yes, a new refined mission and vision statement for OneShul. Yes, that is what it's going to be for. So right now, if you look at the about, it's there, and we're just trying to give it a lot more of a clear statement of what this community is all about and our vision moving forward, so we can attract more people who are looking for what we put out there and make sure that people know what we're all about and what we're looking to do here. And then finally, I'm really excited. I'm not going to say her name yet, but I'm very excited that we're also going to have, starting within the next month or so, aligning with Challah Club, we are going to have our first scholar in residence. It's somebody I've known actually online. We've never met in person. We've known each other for well over 10 years though. And she is an incredibly accomplished woman. She has her PhD. She has private smicha as a rabbi. And she's really just a fascinating person to talk to. So she is going to become our scholar in residence for the foreseeable future. And she's going to be starting what we're tentatively calling the mitzvah blog. And she's going to start unpacking all of those mitzvot, beginning with Challah. Notice a theme here. And helping us get a really great frame of reference, both rabbinic halachically, but if you're here with me, that's not necessarily where I play from. And then what the other influences are and practices, and we're really looking forward to bringing her voice into this as well. And there is one other person, Rabbi Misha, who I've been in talks with for a while about bringing his voice in as well. And you don't have to be a rabbi, by the way, to be a voice here, or a Kohenet. If you want to have your voice as part of it, reach out to me, email me. You could write an occasional column, a Devar Torah, and Challah Club as well. There's lots of fun ways to get involved. And my last one, and then we'll say Laila Tov. A great way you can all get involved if you're interested is video yourself lighting candles and saying the prayers for Shabbat. And you send me that video, and then you get to be the person lighting the candles for our Shabbat service. And introduce yourself first. You can email me and we can talk about sort of how it'll work, but want to really help bring as many of your faces and your voices into what we're doing as we possibly can. So definitely let me know if you're interested. Just email me, ketzirah@punktorah.org. If you are interested in lighting the candles for our Shabbat services, or being a contributor in any one of 100 other ways you could be a contributor. And of course, I always have to say it, if one of the ways you can and would like to be a contributor is by making a financial contribution, that is welcome as well. I am completely volunteer in what I do, as is everybody else right now, but it takes a little bit to keep the stream streaming, and it is still my complete dream to in some way have a green energy financial exchange with some of our volunteers who are coming in to lead services and their time and their talents. So there you go. Laila Tov, so much going on with OneShul. I look forward to seeing you all again next week for Shabbat and for Shvuot. Laila Tov, everybody. Ashli na, Rafina la, Hana.